Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this one I'm starting a pole position repair. Just took this board set out of the box and we are going to fire this baby up and give it a look-see and see what it does. It's kind of dusty, dirty. I'm just going to go do a quick inspection and make sure everything's oriented properly and go from there. I'm gonna separate these boards and lay them out on the table and go about it that way. Little insight. Just kind of let the camera roll. Taking this board set apart. Got our little things there. Put everything in here. This is all trash. Okay. And let's look at this guy. That should clean up okay. It's filthy inside of here. I don't see any damage though, so this should be fine. Yeah, it should be okay. It's dirty. It needs to be cleaned up and stuff. It should be okay. We have an edge repair here, which looks okay. This trace needs to be glued down. And some of these are soldered too thick. So we're going to have to clean this stuff up. What about this edge? That one's really nice. Wow. That is a perfect edge on this board. That is lovely. And there's no battery damage. Guys. Yeah, there's really no battery damage at all. That's awesome. Okay. Everything is oriented properly. That's good, which means, it means everything's oriented properly, is exactly what it means. It doesn't have any bearing on whether they were put in wrong at some point in their life. So far, so good. This board, the edge connector, needs a little help. It's not terrible though. Okay, we got some tarnished up legs, but other than that, it ain't bad at all. Okay. Good. Sweet. 03 Customs. Good old Namco, man. Garbage sockets and Namco. These edges really, really need to be cleaned. They're really bad. I mean, they're just nasty. They should clean up really good, though, I would think. The old fiberglass pen will do wonders on that stuff. Okay. Some heat marks under the 161s. Typical. Not bad. It's a pretty nice board set, really. Before I do anything, I'm not plugging this in until I fix this edge. This one over here is great. This one not so much. And these boards are super dirty. They're really, really dusty. Yeah. That cap is broke. Capacitor's busted right there. Let's just turn my iron on, and let's just remove that. Two 22 microfarad. There, we remove that. It's the same as this one over here, 22. And we'll replace that at some point. That's not critical. It's just a little extra line filtering. Yeah, filtering the 5-volt line. Okay. Everything's oriented properly, so that's good. And we got a couple of super dirty boards. We're going to have to. I want to fix that edge up there. Mess with that edge connector up there. Clean the solder off of it because it's soldered. And you can't have that. I'm not ruining my test edge connectors like that. And it's really simple. We're just going to grab this. And I'm just going to brush that solder right off of it. You can see where it's built up over there. Just heat it up, wipe it off. I'm going to remove this too. I don't like it. Whew, boy, that stinks. we're going to do. I'm going to try to just go ahead and tin that while I'm at it. Tin solder. Lead-free tin solder. It's going to have to. I'm going to have to use it. Ow! It's going to have to be cleaned off. Gosh. And those are going to have to be cleaned. Yeah, the majority. And that one could probably be saved by just gluing them down. Either that or I might have to just replace them. I'm going to have to just do a wraparound on that because yeah, it's missing on this side altogether. I'm going to do wraparounds on both of these because they're just too far gone. So let's just remove that. And then on this side we're going to remove this one. That one will be wrapped around. This one will not. I'm not going to remove that, I don't think. Although to do a proper wraparound, you do have to remove on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel it up and remove it. And then I'm going to do a proper wraparound with copper tape. Because you don't want double thickness on a pad. So I remove it and then I put new tape down. And you get the same thickness so it won't mess up your edge connector. So I'm just going to peel. This one's kind of damaged anyway. I'm just going to peel it up, pop it up, peel it back a little bit, and we're going to remove it. There. Now I got this will all have to be retinned anyway. This one's kind of, that one needs to be brought down a little bit. That one's a little mounded up. Yeah. There we go. Sucks. That is a little burnt up, but it'll be okay. I get little solder shit all over you from doing that. But not much you can do about it. So we'll go ahead and bring this in and zoom it in a little bit, and we'll get how is that? Let's put this away. Okay. We're going to spray some Aki Howell on there and clean it. That's pretty clean. Okay, now we're going to get the other side. Let me adjust my camera. Back it up. Back it up. All right. Clean her up. And before I do this trace repair, before I do this on here with the copper tape, I am going to go ahead and clean the edge, and I'll show you why I'm do what I'm going to do. Let me get this camera and bring it down. Okay. See how oxidized that is? See how you got shiny? These are where it was mounded up, and I wiped it off and removed it. You can see how shiny it is compared to these other. That one might be a little mounded up too right there. It is a little bit. That one right there needs to be wiped. So I'll do that. And then I'm going to clean all of these and I'm going to re-tin them. And then I'll do this repair. So let me do all of that and I will come back. Okay, and now we have newly tinned fingers. On both sides. Now we'll just do our wraparounds on those two spots. And this will be good to go. And we'll just do a little cleaning. So I'll be back. Okie doke. Getting ready to do our tape repair here. What I do is I use just a cheap nail glue. You can get it at the dollar store. It's just fingernail glue. I brush a little of that on there. First thing I'm going to do is cut my pieces of copper tape. And we'll go, I don't know, we'll go this long, I guess. And then another one that long. About yay long. So I got 2 pieces of copper tape. We've cleaned that. And we are going to just dry, get excess off of this brush. You don't need a ton of this. And then just kind of wet this area. Both of them. Top and bottom. I'll just go like this and you can get the bottom. Okay. And then you just apply your copper tape. And this is the tricky part, isn't it? Come on. If you can get your copper tape separated from the backing like that, right? And we'll do this one first. And then flip it over and back this up. Oh, okay, you can see. Let me see what's going on there. And down and good enough. Right? Okay. Now we're going to flip it back over and we're going to do the other one. Okay. Copper tape. Okay. Come around here. And we're going to trim that just like that. Okay. Now that, we'll take a look up close and you will see how we're looking so far. Right? Okay. And over here. Yep. All right. It's nice and stuck down. You got a little bit of that glue brushed on there. And when we heat this up to solder it, that glue is going to re-stick and it's really going to grab that. So now let's put this back up here. Right? Kind of come in a little bit. Plug the camera back in. I don't want it dying. Right? Okay. And let's start with the back first. Just get a zoom in a little bit. Okay. There we go. That's perfect. Good enough. So let's turn this back on. We got our tin solder, no lead. And I'm going to use this iron to remove some of the solder mask right here. Okay, good. And we're just going to solder, solder, and brush this with solder. Okay, and then do the same thing with this. And just kind of brush it. And make sure you got a good connection up here. There. That way you're tinning that and connecting it. And now we need to come up. Sorry about the shaky. Okay. And that glue that we brushed on underneath this, when we're heating this up like this, is reheating, is going to re-grab onto that trace really good. There, that's tinned pretty good right there. And you just kind of brush it up. See, it's a little thick on there. So, what I'm going to do is grab, and I'm out of this stuff. This is all of this wick I have left. I'm going to have to buy another thing of solder wick. Just take this wick and just kind of brush up. Put it on there and brush up. You're picking it up on here, right? And it's flattening that out. I'm just going to go ahead and do that on this side as well. Let me back this off a little bit. Oh shoot, I'm sorry. Ugh. Come on. Okay, yeah. Now we're just going to, keep this trimmed up. And we're going to just clean our iron and just wipe this up and pick up solder off of this, and you just like this. Okay. And honestly, that is it. Now I do want to just reconnect this a little. Just a touch, just like that. Just a touch. And that is all she wrote. I'm going to reconnect this one just a little bit. Just like that. Okay. Now, oh, sorry about that if that was out of the frame. Let me shake this up a little bit. Boom. Okay. And let's take a look at what we got. And that is the same flatness as all of this. And the back side. Nice and tinned. Yeah, that's looking good. I might re-wipe that one a little bit. I can't do it right now as I'm holding the camera, but that's looking good. So we now have a solid edge right there. So, all right, we'll finish doing some cleanup. I'm gonna use my fiberglass pen on those connectors down there, clean them up a little bit, and we'll be ready to plug this thing in, see if it does anything. Be right back. Okay, yeah, going through and doing these, and this is tough. These have some black nonsense on them. It's almost like it's a little corroded. You've got to get that off. Tough work. There we go. Those are shined up really good, really nice. And I'm just going to go over this really quick up here. These look pretty good, but I'll clean them. They just need to be cleaned a little bit. Good. Alright, let's take a look. And a little shake, unplug the camera, back up. Pretty good shine. Pretty good and clean. And then on this, it's pretty cleaned up. Oh, pretty good shine. Should have good connection now. So now we can go ahead and just wire it up and see what happens. Be right back.